Hi everyone, I'm Rina Newton from Code Clarity and welcome to another compliance hot topic video brought to you in conjunction with Vidori. Today I'm going to be chatting about how compliance risks in job bags are identified. We all know that it's the approval process that underpins activities and materials in pharma. And my mantra when it comes to audits has always been people, processes, systems and items. So the holy grail in efficient approval is one that involves very slick processes. By that I mean easy and speedy, people that know exactly what their role is and who communicate really well with one another, an effective approval system, and of course high quality outputs at the end. So there are three reasons why we audit job bags. Firstly, because we want to know if there are any compliance risks, because that helps us correct and prevent them. Secondly, because it helps us identify opportunities to improve. And that then, can be tweaks to the system. It could be focused training of certain groups or individuals. And number three, it helps us identify when we're doing a little bit too much, because again, we can go back to our SOPs and our policies and refine those. So how we can best audit job bags and identify compliance risks, in my strong opinion, is through using a very clear and comprehensive checklist, because it sets the standards across the board, whether you're agency, originator, reviewer, approver, or even an auditor. There are no hidden surprises because everyone's working to the same level playing field. There are two types of job bag audits that require slightly different checklists. So the first one would be the one that is checking compliance of the content of the final output. But the second type of audit would be the one that looks at efficiencies of the process. So I'm a big fan of first line monitoring because I think it's better for teams and individuals to regularly, retrospectively look at a small sample of job bags they've been involved with and actually learn by spotting their own mistakes rather than an auditor swooping in who just looks at compliance of the final item and spotting these mistakes for you. So with first line monitoring, I think you can dig a little bit deeper as well. For example, you might want to look at what was the quality of the item at the submission stage. So did the agency adhere to their brief? Did the originator actually check the quality of the item before they put it into the approval system? Were all the bells and whistles of the approval system actually used? Let's look at the number of comments made at every round. Were they all needed? Let's look at the number of reviewers that were involved. Were they all needed? And quality of housekeeping. So is the audit trail really, really clear? There was a recent case for AstraZeneca where a promotional email, the subject line for it was not in the job bag itself, but in the attachment. And the PMCPA did comment on that. So I'll leave you with my one top tip when it comes to job bag audits and identification of compliance risks. My one top tip is use a really good checklist, because that was going to help you not only spot your mistake, but it will really help you get used to thinking comprehensively and thoroughly. Thanks very much for listening, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that. See you soon.